This is going to be an application video on how to double up on your solids. So with the solids of Color Street nail polish is 100% nail polish, and with our solids they are actually 3 coats of nail polish. So with our glitters and our other designs, you're getting 4 coats, but with our solids, they are 3 coats of nail polish. And for me personally, what I like to do is double up on my solids. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I mean by that and also how to do that. So because I am actually an avid swimmer and I'm just especially hard on my nails, I love doubling up on them. I just have seen that with doubling up on the solids means that it lasts a lot longer for me. I personally probably get about maybe about 11 to 12 days out of my color here, unless I'm taking it off because I want something else on. But with my solids, I always double up. So first off, what we're gonna do is open up our package. When we open this up, you're gonna see that you're gonna have your color. You can do this with your nails, and you're gonna get 2 prep pads as well as a nail file. Now I have this little cuticle orange stick pusher. I know that for my customers, I tend to give these to my customers, especially when buying on in person, but you can also find these, like, I believe at Ulta. You can order them on Amazon, or even get your own personal one that you make sure you keep clean to have on Amazon. You can always order those too. So I'd like to have these just in case I want to clean up my nails, like underneath, or if I want to push back my cuticle. I already have my cuticles pushed back for this tutorial, but a lot of times beforehand I will push it back or even soften up with a little coconut oil and then push back with everything like that. So what we're going to do is, so you have all of those little tools out here. First step is going to be opening the package up. Open up at the top there. I'm going to pull out my strips. So you'll notice that there are 2, there's actually 16 strips, so there are 2 basically sets of 8. And there's 8 because Color Street wants to provide us 8 different sizes. So, which is pretty nice because we all have different size nails and it ends up working. Now, as you go along with putting on Color Street, you're going to get to learn get to really know your nails and your nail beds and how it works. So I know personally that I will not be needing this small one or this large one. I save those for my big toes and my little toes for later on. So same thing with this set. I will just go ahead, take those off, and I like to put them right back in the bag so they're kind of out of my way, and we're done. So right through here. So now with these sets, I'm going to put this one here aside. What I want to do is make sure that my nails are clean, and this is what these alcohol prep pads are for. I previously already washed my hands. I washed my hands really well, cleaned underneath my nails, and I have already shaped my nails to where I want them to be. So that's what you're going to be doing with this. You can already start that and shape them the way you want. I'm already at where I need to be, so I'm just going to use my prep pad to go ahead and start cleaning my nails. So what I do is I just make sure that I do a good rubbing on over each and every nail. And just get it all in there. I know I put lotion and stuff on my hands, so I just want to make sure, even though I washed my hands, that I really got that nice and covered on those nails. And I'll just put that aside for after. Over there. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is, like I said, nails are, cuticles pushed back, my nails are shaped up the way they want to. I kind of broke a nail there, so that's a little bit of a shorter deal. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to open up my file so that I can use it if I need to. Now with the solids, like I said, we're going to be doubling up. So what that means is I'm going to be taking one of the strips, I will be applying it to one of my nails, and then with the other side I'm actually going to be applying it right back on to the same nail. And so when I'm doing this process, what I like to do is on the first set that I'm putting on the first nail, I will put it up a little bit higher than my actual cuticle, and then on the second set I will put it on top and do really right butt up to my cuticle, that way just to kind of create a whole ceiling. So we're going to go ahead and I'll show you what I mean by that right now. So with this, what you'll do is you'll peel off the top where it says peel here. Then from the silver tab that you have, you will peel that. I personally like to pluck that tab off right away, just so it's out of my way. And so now I have my nail polish strip, right? So these are 95% dry already. They're technically still 5% wet. They just haven't cured all the way yet, and that's what they're going to be doing onto your hands. So I will put my hand down, or sometimes I do it up, if it depends on what you're used to. So with this one, what I'm going to do is, again, I said I place it a little bit higher than my cuticle. I can definitely go in closer. I just make sure it's nice and smooth there. I tend to use my nails for a tool, or you can use this cuticle stick if you want, especially if you have really short nails. And what I do, just smooth it on out. Now this is why I start at my pinkies, because my thumbs are my tools. I will work my pinkies all the way into my thumbs, and those will be the last ones that I do, so that I'm not damaging the thumbnails with a polish on it while trying to do it. Otherwise, if you put it on these first and then try doing everything else, you might be pushing up your nail polish, and you don't want to do that until it is completely dry. So with this, what I do is I smooth it on out. I've already used my nail to I run it along my nail bed to start creating that crease. And then what I do is I'm going to take my pinchers. So I will take my index finger and put it right underneath that nail strip. And then I'm going to take my thumb and actually push underneath the nail to sever. So now again, if you don't have any nails, you can use that orange stick that I was talking about. Now here with the rest of this, what I'm going to do is I already kind of ran it along. What you're doing is just scoring along the line, and then it just comes right off. Now if I need to, I could file right now, but this is looking pretty clean already, so I'm pretty happy with it. And a lot of times I like to wait to file to the very end, or even if I'm doing this before bed, I wait to file to the end to the next morning, so that it just has time to set and it just looks nice. Pretty good, but that's looking pretty good right there. So that's just going to be our first coat. Now this right here is still intact. I'm able to pull this up from my finger. This is going to be what I'm talking about as doing a double layer of the solids. So because this is their solids are 3 coats, technically I'll be having 6 coats of nail polish, of solid nail polish in one. And this is for me, because I'm particularly, I said, hard on my nails and I'm in the water a lot. I like to do this, and I just have seen that they last a lot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be coming in a lot closer to my cuticle. So I'm coming in closer. And again, this is it's okay if your polish is bigger on the sides. You can always trim that up with the nail or the orange stick. And what I kind of like to do with solids especially is I like to kind of pull a little bit down. And again, we're going to do that same thing with our pinchers, right? Or if you wanted to, you could file down here. But I personally like to give it a little stretch as I'm pushing underneath the nail so that it doesn't fold or anything like that. That's going to be excess. And then I'm going to use this cuticle stick. I usually would use my nails just to kind of give you an example of what I do with it. So I'm going to take, if you can see here, sorry, my camera. I have this flat end to my orange stick. I'm going to press that flat end along my nail in the my nail bed, and just gently run it along till it starts to naturally sever. And I'll do that to both sides. Just run it over again and again, not pressing extremely hard or hurting myself. It's just so that I can create that line where it's going to naturally sever. And you can already see that I've already created that line right here, and I can even pull this up already. So nice and clean. Already pulled that little piece off there. I'm going to do that for the other side as well. I'm just going to get that little piece there. So that right there is now double layered. Now if I wanted to, like I said, I could go ahead and file that and get that going, or you could wait and let it set a little bit. If you need to clean up along any of around the bottom of your nail bed, go ahead and you can do that too. I personally like to do that towards the end if I want, or if at the end, so that I'm not trying to fidget and do everything that I need to. So I will do cleanup at the very end. So I'm going to do another one here just to show you. So again, what you do is you're going to find the one that's going to be the best size for you. Best to oversize and undersize. So don't worry. Remember, your nails are curved, they're higher arch, so they might trick you and you might think one that fits and it might not. So best thing to do is just kind of press around and see if this is gonna fit. This one looks good. So I'm going to use it. Again, I just take it right off and we're gonna peel from the plastic. Peel from that plastic. Peel from the silver tab now. And I pluck that tab right off. And again, what we're gonna do is I will be putting it a little bit higher than my cuticle. You never place it on top of your cuticle. You always place it below it. If you place your strip on top of your cuticle, what it's going to do is create kind of a ledge where water and other things can get in and your nails could basically come off, or even have potential to possibly grow a fungus and everything like that. I mean, that they warn you that with other nail polish as well. So just make sure that you are not on top of your cuticle and you'll be just fine. So I just smooth it out. I see here that I'm gonna have some excess. Again, I can use this stick or use my nail, but I'm just running it along. I could do this afterwards too, but so it's smooth here, and then I'm taking that pincher, right, and I'm taking my thumb and I'm pressing underneath that nail and I'm pulling down so I have that excess still intact. Now, when you're doubling up, you want to make sure that you clean your sides off before you put on your second part of your strip there. Otherwise, it's sometimes a little bit harder to cut through when you have the 6 layers of nail polish on. So again, I'm just going to clean this up, make sure that's all nice and flush. Perfect. Okay. If I had, there we are. Now I'm going to take this other side here and I'm going to put it right on a little bit closer now. And again, I kind of stretch as I go along. Now I'm going to show you another little bit of a different way to if you don't feel comfortable, or you can't pull it, or you can't get it, I mean, you can always kind of scrunch it and push underneath your nail, or if you really wanted to, you could file it, and that would also cause it to create a line where you can just clean up all that excess, and that will actually make it so that it comes right off as well. So there's that excess there. Keep doing this, clean up any excess, clean up around. I kind of have a funny line here with my own nail. Listen, I broke this finger, so I've always have some weird way that it goes, but it's looking pretty good. That's doubled up. And so this right here, I didn't tell you guys, this is Aspen Sky. It's beautiful, light blue, and I love that. So that's all doubled up. So I would continue with all of these. Again, I do my thumbs last. You can even wait to double up on your thumb. So just make sure that you do everything first with these and then move over to your thumbs. After you're done with finishing with all your nails, what you're gonna do is go back and run another prep pad over. This is my tip just because alcohol is drying, and just run it right over your nails again and clean up. Not gonna hurt it. What it's gonna do is alcohol is drying, so it's gonna start that curing process. So I like to just wipe them all over. You're gonna make sure to stay out of water for your first hour. Let that set. That's a lot of times why I wait to just do my nails before I go to bed. Then I don't have to worry about anything. And then if you have any excess of stuff from your package, you can always go ahead and do your toes too, but most likely you're gonna have some excess. So if you do, so per the company, this is one-time use. Once you open it, the nails will dry out when they're exposed to air. So I like to tell everybody this so that you're not surprised. One thing that you can do if you want is if you have a flat iron at home, you can try to reseal the package. That's going to be up to you completely. The company does not cover if your nails do dry out. Like I said, on the package, it is intended for one-time use. The little sealing it with a flat iron is actually just a hack that a lot of people use so that they can mix and match nails. But that is totally up to you. Otherwise, I really encourage you to do a full manicure and pedicure, especially when you're doubling up on your solids. I'm able to double up on my solids and still get another get a manicure as well. So if you're smart with your strips, you can definitely stretch them out nicely, and they will look great and last a lot longer, especially when doubling up. Okay, if you have any questions, you can always reach me through my website or through my Facebook groups, and you can click on the link that is attached at the bottom of this video. Okay, thanks.